Hello, we are here at Rose City Comic Con 2019 at the Dark Horse booth, which is number 701. And I am Kara. I work at Dark Horse. With me is Patric Reynolds.
Hello. Oh, hi.
Just so, give him a chance to say hello. So Patric is working with us on many things. He's worked on some Hellboy BPRD type comics in the past. Right now, though, we have a new series of The Mask coming out soon. So Patric, what is it like working on a new series of The Mask, which is so beloved?
It's absolutely bananas, as you could probably imagine. I tend to have a more realistic style, and so having somebody getting flushed down a toilet is not real conducive to doing a photo reference for it. So I have to sort of make things up a little bit more. But it makes it so I can break out of my comfort zone a little bit and try to make the characters more elastic, and so they can kind of breathe a little bit, and not look so stiff. But it's also a little intimidating because I saw the comics when they first came out. They were drawn by Doug Mahnke and written by John Arcudi, and I still want to be reverent to their style and reverent to their characters, because those characters come back 27 years later in this comic. So it's a little intimidating, but also I think that it's also very, very relevant now. The story we're talking about, it's I don't want to say it's a political comic, but it absolutely is. But it's about a lot more than that. It's like if The Mask was like an episode of The Wire, and why things are happening the way they are and why we've gotten to this point. So, yes.
It's a very interesting story. I think it's going to be really, really fun, getting back to the old spirit of the original Mask comics. And Patric's art is amazing, so look at it, enjoy it. Yes, be alarmed by the Mask,
very
probably.
Alarmed.
Yeah. That being said, what are some of your favorite things to draw? Would it include the Mask? I mean, anything at all?
It's weird. I was thinking about things I like to draw, and it's not anything specific. It's how I draw. It's I like to draw things a certain way. Someone asked me to do an Incredible Hulk commission, then I'll have to do a commission of Rafael Nadal, and within the next couple of days. And so I like to draw things that that leave. That haunt people, but not scary stuff that kind of linger in the back of their heads after they've seen it. I like to draw things that would linger in someone's memory, and doing that, I usually try to focus on light sources and a specific time and place, and just the energy of there's an emotional content of whatever it is, and I think I can find that in anything. And I like to show that when I draw things. So I think that it doesn't matter what it is; it just matters how it is. If that makes any sense.
I think that explains a little bit maybe why you were on The Mask right now.
Hopefully, yeah. Or I think I was very surprised when they asked me to do it, because I didn't think my style fit the series a little bit. But my editor, Daniel Chabon, is like, no, they wanted to be different. I'm like, well, that's definitely me. I'm definitely different than most things, so and alarming. So, but after reading the story, and after reading the story written by Christopher Cantwell, I thought, okay, this makes more sense why they probably would want me to do something like this. And I just hope I can be I can make it so the story has the impact that Christopher Cantwell wanted. So.
Well, and you've been sharing some of your process art on social media, which I'm not calling you out for it. It's really, really good. You should go look at it. Find Patric on Instagram, Twitter. It's Patric_Reynolds, right?
Yes. Yeah, that's it.
With a C, no K on the end.
That's right. My father misspelled it on the birth certificate, so yeah, it's true.
But yeah, so he's sharing all kinds of great Mask art on his social media, which I highly recommend checking out. You get a little preview of the comic before it comes out.
Yeah.
Well, and finally, we were going to just ask you a little fun question.
Okay.
Since this is our local show here in Portland, and you live here too,
yes.
What are some of your favorite things to do? What would you recommend people go or do or see here in Portland?
Well, on the rare occasion that I do get to go outside, I love going to Powell's. City of Books. It's like a theme park for books, and the top floor is actually an art gallery. So this is just how much of an art kind of nerd that I am. Sometimes I'll go up to the art book room, and I'll just check out a book of old '60s illustrations, and I'll just sort of chill out for a couple of hours. That's how I relax. But it's I love the Hollywood Theater, because it's an old vintage theater, but they'll sometimes play original print of Aliens, or the first two Terminator movies like back to back. I'll fall asleep within the first 10 minutes because I'm 41 now. That's what happens. But they also play like new movies. But they'll play like Critters 2, maybe, or have like an all-night like horror fest in October. And there's delicious beer as well. So it's one of my favorite places to go when I get the chance to like leave the apartment. So. Mm-hmm.
Speaking of which, bonus question:
Okay.
What is your favorite Nicolas Cage movie?
Oh boy, Raising Arizona, easily.
Okay, good answer.
Yes, Raising Arizona is Raising Arizona is probably my top 4 movie of all time. It's probably the most perfect comedy I've ever seen. So.
Well, now I'm curious about your other 4 movies or 3 movies.
The Iron Giant. Superman. I just weep. I do. I'm gonna do it right now. If you don't, oh God. Iron Giant. I would say Chinatown. Probably Donnie Darko, and then the 5th one probably is Alien, I think.
The original.
The original Alien.
All right. Well, there we have it. Top 5 movies, including your top Nick Cage. I love it. Okay, well, thank you so much, Patrick, for joining us. He just finished his signing here at our booth at Rose City, so unfortunately you missed that. But do you have any other convention appearances coming up?
Yes. Actually, on Wednesday, I'm flying to South Africa to go to Comic-Con Africa in Johannesburg. I've never been across the ocean before, let alone in a metal tube for 21 hours. So, like, that'll be cool. But yeah, and also I'll be at Emerald City Comic-Con in Seattle next year. I go to that every year because I love that show and I love the people and I love the fans. And that's it for right now. So, yeah, looking forward to those two.
Well, if you're in South Africa, you'll get a chance to see Patrick very soon then. Well, thank you again for joining us. And The Mask is coming out very soon, so you can check out darkhorse.com for that. And otherwise, we're signing off for now. We'll have a lot more content from Rose City coming at you this weekend. Thank you.